All right, welcome everybody. We are getting started here in just a second, mixing things up a little bit. And to do that, I have actually switched up the music. So let me just make sure that I've got the settings correct for it. Let me know if you're able to hear, if you're here, obviously, hello, welcome. But if you are able to hear the music, let me know. If it's too quiet, let me know. If it's too loud, let me know. I just wanted to have things be a little bit different because I'd had issues with how I had the setup before, which would have the music sort of overlap with itself or just sound strange. And that was a problem. So I've got that, I think, fixed. But if it's not fixed, keep me posted. We are on the server. Hold on, gotta sleep. It's night. We don't need a bunch of mobs spawning in. But we're going to be working on the base on the Project Nodinium server. Not over on this side where I did the last video and built this mountainside and did a lot of digging. We can see it if we fly out here. There's quite a bit of work that was done. And I'm not going to be doing much more with that in the stream today. I do need to turn this music down though. It's so loud in my ear. Hold on. I can't even hear myself talk. Okay. I think that's better. Yes. So tonight, we're not going to be working on that. I do have some plans I've been working on for what's going to go over here. I'm really excited about those plans. I can't wait to show them to you. But tonight we're going to be coming back down here. And one thing that I am going to need for this project is I'm going to need some bone meal. And right now I don't really have a good way to get bone meal. And I want to build a moss farm. And I think the best place to build that moss farm will be at this doorway here. We've got all of this space down here that we can use. Oh, missing. Oh, no, I'm not missing blocks. This was where there was the spawner. Okay. But I've got all this space, and so I might as well use it. And I think this is going to be a good spot. So in a stream a few weeks ago, we built this area, which is where I can mine up the concrete. So we've built this pool so I can just put the concrete right here and mine it. That's why there is an obsidian block there. We're going to be expanding our area today, and we're going to put a moss farm right here. So that's one thing that we're going to do. Depending on how long it takes to dig it out, I don't think it's going to take a super long time to do it. And so I've got some other things that we're going to do that are going to be preparing us for the next video. So that's the plan for tonight. We got a little bit of digging. The area that we're going to need. So the moss farm is going to be approximately 27 by 27 wide, 27 long, 18 wide, and 9 blocks tall. So it's not super huge, but I do think I want to make the room a little bit bigger than what that farm is, so we can have the farm in the middle, and then we can have our decoration around it. And so that's what we're going to be doing. Now, normally for the rest of these areas, what we usually do is have a hallway right here, which is about 5 blocks long, which would put it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'd start the room right here. Because this is going to be a bigger room, we don't want it to overlap with some of our other rooms that we've got. So we're going to make it just a little bit of a longer hallway. We're lucky that this room over here is on the smaller side, so we shouldn't have a lot of overlap. But just in case, we're going to do that. And then I think, let's see, how long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then we're going to start our room here. So that is what we've got going on to get started for tonight. It's going to be a little bit of digging. You know, should actually be fairly... Ooh, looks like we've got a cave up above, which is going to make it even easier. And we've got everything that we need to be able to do this. So let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's how tall the farm is going to be. We should at least go up another 3. Probably more than 3. Probably want to go up 5. Just to make sure we have enough room. Let's try counting this again. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 5. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now we know this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, see, this is what I was worried about here. Okay, so we've got that. I think that's as tall as we're going to be able to go. But I think that should be plenty of space. And then we need to go... That's 3. And we have to have 27. So 27 minus 3 is 24. So we need to have 12 wide. So let's go 15. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So that is essentially how wide and tall we need this room to be. But now we need to do the other side. That way we can make sure that this room is even. It's a little hard to see from up here. Let's go ahead, dig this out, just so that we know exactly what we're working with here. All right, up we go, up we go, up we go. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. So there we go. That is the width. And then we're going to need to go back. If we're going to do 18. Actually, wait. Did I just do 12 here? I think I just did 12 here, which is not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. We need to go 13, 14, 15. Okay, there we go. Gotta make sure we leave a little extra space here. And then we're gonna go back 23 this direction. This is always the tricky part. It's getting it set up. But then once it's set up, you can just start digging away. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. We don't want that. We'll go 24. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. we'll just stop there. We'll go back to on this side. Okay. That's... Oh! Okay. Should be fine. I don't know what's above here. That's a furnace. It must be the basalt generator? Let's see. If it's 5 long. Yep, that's the basalt generator. Okay. So we definitely can't go up further here. We're going to barely be able to squeeze this in. It's going to be close. We are right up against it. All right. So the last few streams that we've done, we were working on getting netherite tools and gear. So we'd spent a lot of time in the nether. And I thought tonight, you know, would be a good night to just have a little bit more relaxed stream. So that's why we're digging. Something that should hopefully mean that we're not going to die. And then we can talk about some of the plans that I've got coming up as far as what I want to do for my base. So designing the base has been something I've had this idea since I started here, but getting it planned out has been scary. Haven't really, because I want to do something a little bit different than what I've done before. It's not completely new. It's something I've got some ideas of things that I've done before, but I really want to try taking it in a new direction. And so I've spent the last couple of days really getting the design all set up for how I want it to be. And this morning, finally got it to a spot where I thought, you know what, we're getting close. We're not quite there. There's still a little bit more work that needs to be done, but it's definitely making progress. So now it's about getting everything ready to be able to get it built. And there is quite a bit that needs to get done here. Ooh, we do have a little bit of an opening out into the world here. We should be able to... Oh my goodness, already a full inventory. Wow. All right, let's see. Out here, what can we do to make this a little bit better? We were to put stone a bit like that, maybe a little bit like this. Do I have any dirt? I have no dirt. Okay, so we're just gonna have to make do with the stone that we've got. Oh, that there. Okay. Maybe it's a little something like that. We don't have any room for the grass. Just a little bit of something like that. We'll probably have to need to come back here and do something with this. This is just not very much here, but for now, we can leave that there. Okay, that was just about filling in. We've got this opening over here. lot of cave openings. Oh, so many. I'll have to come back here with some dirt and grass to fill in these. Oh. Now, I've been thinking about this with whether I want to go through and light up all of these caves, because having these caves here means that mobs will spawn down here instead of up around my base. But I think the responsible thing to do would be to light these up. There we are. Would be pretty bad to die trying to go through here and deal with all of these. There's just a few mobs in here. Not too bad to deal with, though. Can deal with them pretty quickly. Just quick, just swipe, 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 and then they're done. All right. Good, good, everything's good. Alright. So now we can fill these in. Just nice and simple. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And we've got plenty of stone to do it. Also got plenty of dirt to come back through here if we wanted to. Okay. A little something like that. Gotta be careful about that. We need a torch there. Okay. And so many more holes. So something I had been putting off for a while, but we're just gonna get it done. Just gonna get these filled in. Make the hillside look a little bit better. Something like that. Some quick and easy terraforming. Just like that. Like that. There we go. Okay. Now let's go up and get some grass and dirt, and we can fill in that spot. Actually, we're just going to grab some grass. We don't need to get dirt. Just some grass is fine. We have a little room. We are quickly filling up the storage. So my plan with this storage was to have shulker boxes, but I'm running out of shulker boxes. So we may end up needing to do a stream where we go get more shulker boxes. Here's our... There we are. Just a little bit like that. And I think that, yeah, can't even tell. Exactly the way it should be. Okay, put a little bit of that, a little bit of that. That will convert over. Put some of this. That. Probably just take that one down. Those will convert to dirt. And then we can fill in this one. Here we are. That. Okay. Other than the grass that needs to convert to dirt, this looks fine. Something nice and easy. Let's see. Yeah. Just, it's a normal Minecraft terrain. Right next to the more custom terrain. Incomplete terrain. There's more to be done with that. Ah! Welcome, Robin. Welcome back. Who left the door open? All right. We just finished up some light terraforming on the exterior of our mountain. So that way we can dig out down here. Oh, thanks, Cade. Yep. It's definitely phase 1. Of it, but we've got some. Okay, which side were we digging? We were digging out this side. Yeah. And it was phase 1 because I hadn't quite figured out what phase 2 was going to be. I had an idea, but I needed to know where the buildings were going to go. That's what was sort of preventing the second part of the vegetation from being done. So I thought, you know what? Rather than put in a bunch of terrain that I will then go back through and remove when I start building the buildings, maybe I'll do the buildings first, and then I'll be able to do the terrain part. Just light that up so we don't have any mobs hanging out back there on us. There we go. Okay, so this is our space. We now need to take this down 12 more or 10 more layers. Okay, there we go. Fortunately, with the beacon, this will actually probably go pretty quickly. Not a super. Welcome, Armored. And in answer, yeah, Kate, yes, I did use Axiom to plan it out. I hadn't really, I mean, I've used it a couple times now for some terrain. This is probably the second terrain project that I've used it on. And it's been good. I mean, I think it does have some pretty good upside. Before then, I had used World Edit, which is a little bit more, yeah, it's got different pros and cons to it. I think that getting the texturing on the terrain would have been a little bit more challenging with World Edit, just because the tools in Axiom are a little bit better for getting the layers and different types of blocks to blend well. But it's a pretty useful tool. That it is. There are a lot of different features on it. Yeah. I was watching a video where somebody who uses it a lot was talking through some things, and I was like, I had no idea you could even do that. But it's pretty amazing the different types of tools that it has. A little bit of a dark cave down here. There we are. Got 4 layers down. 8 more to go. Or I think it's 8. It's either 8 or 10. It is nice when there is some caves. Uh-oh. Running out of space. Here we go. One thing I'm going to have to think about is how I'm going to decorate this room too. So we are digging out this space for a moss farm that I want to build. There are so this is a moss farm that I built last season. It's one that I found from El Mango, and it is super efficient. So I would need to have a bunch of bushes, and I think that the best, well, and to get a bunch of bushes, I'm going to need bone meal for that. Now, I could probably buy a lot of them from the shopping district, but I don't want to use up all my diamonds for that. So I think it'll be better to have a bone meal. Plus, having a bone meal farm is just super useful for a lot of things. So that's what we're doing. We're digging out the space for this farm to go. And the farm itself is, let's see, 27 by 9 by 18. So 27 wide, 18 long, and 9 blocks tall. So we're digging out a little bit extra space so that way I can decorate this room up. And then still have room for the farm to go into. We probably won't build the farm tonight though, because it does require some redstone materials that I don't have. But I'm gonna make the space for it. We're probably also not going to decorate the room either. So once we finish doing the digging, we're going to go out and do a little bit of some hunting for materials. So we'll get out of the caves here pretty soon. Won't spend the whole stream here. Okay, yeah, we're actually pretty close. We just gotta go down to there. Yes, yep. Gotta have a field trip. See this world a little bit more. Not always just stay down or around my base. And we're almost out. There we are. Okay. So, let's see. What else do we got going on? We've got a few other things. Let's see. There was a point at which I was like, I don't know that I have enough stone in this world. I no longer have to worry about that. You have plenty of stone. that there. There we go. There we are. Super. Okay. One thing that we may do next week for a stream. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Robin. Yeah, that was there were some funny ones. It's like, oh, over and over. We had so many so close together. Let's see, can you see it? Oh, you can't see it. Yeah. You can't see it from when I'm in or when I go from this perspective, but when you see people in the world on the server, it shows how many times they've died. And yeah, my count went up quite a lot from that little trip in the nether. One bastion. It was just all over. Piglin brutes, don't mess around. I generally like to save all of the blocks that I mine. But there are times I wish I could just... There are certain ones I don't save. Like dripstone. Oh. Okay. I gotta keep an eye out on my pickaxe here. Getting close. Almost to the end. Let it get down a little bit further. I would say there's a handful of content creators. It's probably about 50-50 on this server. Maybe a little bit less. But there's a lot that don't make any videos, and then there's a handful of us that do. Oh, okay. But yeah. It's all primarily builders. The building server. Is the focus, less than being about content creation or... We're getting close to the other side here where we're going to be able to see. Probably need to go around to put some lights on the walls. Looking a little dark over here. Oh yeah, we're getting close. We're to our hallway. So, yep. All right. So close. That there, that there. All right. Yep. Yep. One more. One more. Well, I say one more. It's one more. We got one more layer after this current one. It's probably one of my favorite activities is going through just mining like this. We've done some big mining projects before. Last season, I had one pretty early on that I did, which actually ended up being where I built my this exact same moss farm. And I used that all season long, quite a bit. That torch there. There we go. All right. We can probably get rid of that. Get a little bit more space by putting those in there and that in there. There we go. All right. There we go. So it is for bone meal, but it uses moss to create the bone meal. You can also use it, or what I ended up doing, with it last season was when I needed moss, I would just, in the area where the moss would generate, I would just stand there and pick it up manually, because you could end up with a full inventory of moss really quickly. And it wouldn't produce enough moss to be able to collect the moss while also producing the bone meal that you needed to keep it going. So, yeah. Short answer is yes. It's a bone meal farm powered by moss, or using moss. We probably won't get around to building it tonight. I'll probably show it in my next video. Typically, because this isn't a farm that I came up with, this is somebody else's farm, I'll probably not go into super detail about it and just link to the video where it is, so that way giving full credit to the person who created the farm itself and put together the tutorial and stuff and explain how it works, because it's got a bunch of stuff in it that I definitely don't know how it functions. So I can definitely go through and put the blocks down, but explaining what all of the blocks do, not so great at. Right. We're out of space again. Okay. Do a little, well, not the bed. Do a little bit of cleanup here. Didn't quite clean out all of my shulker boxes from my last mining session. Alright, but I think we do have our space here. Let's place down some torches over on this side. A little bit, few missing. All right. That's basically our space right there. That's not too bad. One, two, three, four. More shulker boxes of materials there. Yeah. So this is going to be essentially what we have. We're going to fill it in. I left enough space to be able to decorate the walls. And then we'll probably have 1 or 2 blocks on either side. So you can at least walk around the farm. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to definitely be using some pale moss. So we'll be able to switch it out and get that collected. All right. But I think the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to sleep so that it's daytime. And then we're going to go off and find a mesa, or the Badlands. Is it Badlands or is it the mesa biome? I get confused. because I think it changed at some point a long time ago. But we're going to need shears. 3 shears might be enough. In case it's not, we'll grab some iron blocks. That'll be enough shears to last us for probably more than we would ever need. And we're gonna go into the nether. Oh, I don't need to turn around. I always forget. Okay. We're going to set off in this direction. Now, last time, when we went and we were looking for bastions, I had gone out in this direction a long way. Well, not a long way. It's about 1,700 blocks. And the reason I went out this far was because I wanted to be sure to find bastions that hadn't been looted yet. Dried grass, dead bushes. Yeah. It's a good guess. All right, where are? Oh, there we are. This is exactly where we want to be. Right, this is the one. So I set up this portal last time, and you can see there. That portal will take us into the nether, and that's where we started off before. We are going to go this direction to get to a mesa or Badlands, whatever it's called. The terracotta place. Let's see, how are we doing? We are doing pretty good. Oh, here we are. All right. So this is all the things that what we need. Dead bushes. We gotta collect up a bunch of these. I don't know exactly how much we're going to need, but I figure we're going to collect as much as we can. Better to have too many than not enough. Just give the biome a little haircut. Wow. Actually, you go through shears really quickly. Oh, yeah. Me too. I was having the respawn anchor really made a huge difference. That was excellent advice. If I had not had the respawn anchor, I would have been really sad. Like, oh no. There goes all my gear. See, how are we doing? I mean, we've only got 1.5 stacks. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Switch to this one. You want to be super efficient with shears. Or really any tool that's not enchanted. You can combine them, and it gives you a little bit more durability than you would have. So see, 181. This has got 14, and it goes up 25. So get a little extra durability. Not that we need to really worry about that, because our iron farm is super good. So iron is not a problem. But if iron were a problem, we'd want to do that. It's probably the most I've collected dead bushes before. Now we could just grab a few of these. I don't know that I'm going to need them, but at least if we have them, then once we get the bone meal, we'll be able to get a lot more of them, and we won't have to come back out here to get them. Ooh, yeah, enchanted shears are good. I should have done that. Ooh. All right, we got 3 stacks. Let's do this. Here. Oh. Okay. I think if we collect that many, we should be set for a while. I need more than 18 stacks of dead bushes. I'll be surprised. How is the music volume? Is it a good volume? Too loud? Too quiet? Okay. Oh, good. God. So many. It feels like we're collecting a lot, but they're so spaced out, and you only get the one. Whoa. Collapsing sand. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Here we go. All right. This would be one of those things that it would be nice to have a craftable recipe for. There's very few things that don't have craftable recipes, I think, anymore. All right. How are we doing here? It may take longer to get 18 stacks of dead bushes than it took to get 4 shulker boxes of stone. Which I don't mind. Yeah. I have not counted how many, or know exactly how many. So I may, it's possible I'll end up needing more than this. It's also possible I will end up needing less. But that's the thing. Start planning stuff out and you're placing stuff in creative and all of a sudden you're like, wait, I need how much? Like last season I did gilded blackstone and I needed, how much did I need? It might have been close to 18 stacks of gilded blackstone, or it might have been 20 something. I can't remember, but it took it was like 7 or 8 bastions I had to go to be able to get it collect up enough. I was like, well, when I was planning that build, I thought, you know what? Let's just go for it. At the end, I saw what I needed. And I thought, who thought this was a good idea? Me, apparently. Uh-oh. What? Yeah, that would be nice if it was a bartable. Is bartable a word? A bartering item? What is that? I don't think I can say bartable. Bartable is not a word. I don't know where. Anyways, but yeah, if you could barter for it, that would be so nice. Wasn't it part of it originally? And maybe like one of the snapshots? be a Minecraft trivia that I don't remember. Ooh. This is a pretty good field up here. Lots of dead bushes. That's what they're... Yep. Oh, really? Wow. That, I mean, I can see why they changed that. That would make netherite really easy to get. I am amazed by the people who have the full netherite beacon. That is some serious grinding. I don't know that I've ever had enough diamonds even to do a full diamond beacon. Let alone. Oh, we're getting close. I mean, I say this is taking a long time, but I mean, we've only been at it for about 10 minutes. So it's actually not been too bad. Oh. Mm-hmm. Plenty of dead bushes in the world. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So many bushes. Faster. Let's go fast. Run. Sprint. As quickly as possible. All right. Ooh. A little bit of a drop off there. Don't want to die. And I feel like I may not be collecting these in the most efficient way possible, but we're actually really close. Less than 2 stacks to go. All right, almost to the last one. Getting closer, getting closer. All right. Let's see. May want to move to a little bit easier terrain to navigate on. Let's go down to this red sandstone area. Okay, there we go. As soon as it ends up in the hotbar, we are done. For now. On the dead bushes. Nope. There we are. 18 stacks. Let's see. This, yep, this is the way we want to go. We actually didn't even remove that much. Just a few spots that are shaved down. Yeah, this was a massive, and it stretches pretty far too. I mean, the area we were in was huge, but first world I ever had, I spent many hours looking for a mesa biome. got lost in my world. Finally, I was like, okay, I need to find something that will tell me where this biome is located because I cannot find it. That was before I had an elytra though. Go right over this village. And I think, yep, this is the direction home. Well, we're definitely not done with the stream, but we do have 40 minutes. Gotta think about what we could do. There is a maze on the end island that we could do. It was just finished today by one of the members on the server. So we could check that out. Try to do the maze. I don't know how. It may not take up the full 40 minutes, but could give it a test and see. Let's put our dead bushes away though. Yeah. We could do that. All right. Put these in here for now. Okay. So let's go. Take a little trip. We could also see some of the other nether portals that were built along the way. I think this is the one that ended up winning the competition. I think this is... Uh-oh. 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 Let's go over here. Some of them will be a little difficult to see in the fog, but all right. We got this one over here. It's like, here we are. Got a little bit of a silo farm area. Pretty nice. Give me a second here and we can actually tell you who did them. Let's see. So this was by Joey, I think. Let me just put this over here. All right. Oh no, this wasn't the one that won. This one was by Tommy. All right. The one by Joey is a different one. Not this one over here. All right. Let's see. How can we see this next one, which we were on top of? We're going to turn the shaders on. So here's this one, which I think looks pretty good with shaders. And that one, well, there's, you can see the other one back there too. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know who did the one in the back. Just trying to see who did this one. But this one is, yeah. Then we've got this dragon one, which was done by Lottie. Let's see. I think this is probably the best angle to see it from. Got this TV one here in the back. I haven't seen this one before. This one's pretty cool. Like that one a lot. And then this one right here, this puppet, that was the one that ended up winning. We've got this little mushroom one over here, which is also pretty nice. Like that one. And then I think on the other side of the puppet, there is an angel one back here somewhere. I think it's back this way. Oh yes, here it is. Or not, I don't know if it's an angel, but a winged statue, which this is pretty impressive. Yeah, the puppet is really good. When I first saw it, I didn't realize what it was because I was from like, but then I was, yeah, it's like, oh, these are the, it's got like the hands up above. What are these made out of? Oh, it's like smooth stone. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty good. You can see why it won. All right. We could also go to see the shopping district. I think there has been some work done there. I think our shopping district portal doesn't quite live up to the rest of the portals on the server. Yeah, it is pretty inspiring. So we've seen the shopping district before, but there are quite a lot of builds around here. Another one, we've got like these ones back here. Yeah, the shopping district is coming along really well. It's made a lot of progress recently. All right. We're going to go to the end island. We're going to try this maze. Now, I don't know, it was a competition, and if you did the maze, you could find some diamond blocks, but they may have already been found. Ooh, this is not the end. I think it is over here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the sinking ship is really good. All right. So I think maze is up here. I don't know where the maze is, actually. Is it down here? I don't know if this is it. Or if that's the exit. Let's see. That looks like a farm of some sort. Let's see. Yeah, so if you come up here, that's probably not it, or this must be it. All right, let's do just a quick test or check. Okay. Well, I think this might be the start. I was trying to see if I could find the start, but we'll go in. See if we can make our way through. Definitely feel like I'm going to get lost. Okay. So that was a dead end. Oh, yes, yeah. Definitely good when the music lines up with the activity. Okay. We could make our way through here without, okay. I don't know. We may definitely be lost. It's so hard because there's no, you know, oh, I think we've definitely been down that side. Can't tell whether you've been down certain spots. Okay. Other than barrels that are in different locations. And I don't know if it's a loop and comes out in a different spot or if you can only... That's the entrance. Okay. So we've definitely just gone back. To the beginning. This might be new. Maybe not. No, brown. This feels different. Feels different than what we had before. All right. I don't know. It may not loop. Definitely feels like we've been some of these. It all looks the same. All right. Feel like I've been in here for hours. Yep, definitely been there. That looks familiar. All right. That's the exit. That was not quite what I was hoping to find. Just thought it might be fun to try a little bit of a... Ooh. Oh. What is this? Uh-oh. 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 Okay. We made that one. Yeah, definitely lost. All right. Got another build over there. Okay. Well, I know. I like looking at them. Gotta keep things interesting. Skyflight 2. There are some other games, but I don't know. Whoa. I don't think I realized. It's built out of diamond blocks. Someone is doing very well with things on the server. There was somebody. I wonder. Who got diamond blocks? There was somebody who had. Yeah. Look at this. Some expensive blocks right here. Do they have it on their nether portal? Oh, can't tell. It must have been this one. This nether portal that had netherite blocks for the corners. Alright. Yeah. We could also check out, I've got a neighbor over here on the other side of this mountain. Also doing some terraforming over here. It's got like these pools. Really like those. Yeah. Building with nether... Doing anything with netherite. Crazy expensive. And much harder to get. Much harder to get in Java than in Bedrock. I was actually watching... I think it was Silent Whisper. I don't know if you've... He does a lot of our Bedrock. But they did a video comparing Bedrock and Java. And that was one of the things. Was that it was how much easier it was to find netherite or ancient debris in the Bedrock nether because there's not the big lava pools. Yes. Yeah, those pools look like Yellowstone. It's like an alien world, or Yellowstone. But yeah. That's my neighbor. I also have another neighbor over here. They haven't done much yet, but I saw this nether portal pop up the other day. Right over here. Here we are. Nether portal and some mangrove trees. But no building yet. But we got the start of a base here. This season, I'm not quite as far out as I was in other seasons. The last two seasons. A little bit closer to people. Alright. Well, I think we're going to end a little bit early tonight. I was going to go a couple hours, but I finished the projects a lot faster than I thought I was going to. So, going to be trying to get the video out this weekend, maybe. May not get it done. I have to go out of town for work tomorrow, so that's going to kind of cut into a lot of time. So, we'll see. I'm going to try to get it done this weekend, though. I think I should be able to with the project that I've got going. It's not a super big project. So So probably be able to get it done in one weekend. But thanks everyone. Thanks Rock and to Robin. Thanks Cade, Luber. We'll see you guys next time. Back Wednesday next week for another stream. And yeah, have a good night, everybody.